Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. For all my new subscribers, hey guys, my name is HG Christina. Very nice to meet you. If you are a returning subscriber here, well, I know you have already gave this video a thumbs up. What was that? I thought we were friends. I thought we were family. I thought we loved each other. You better give this video a thumbs up ahora, okay? If you are new here, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up because, listen, we all know that you are not here to only watch one video of mine. Come on. That's not what you're gonna do, so you might as well. And also, we have other videos in this series. Yes, that's why you're here today. Today, angels, we are gonna be talking about how to be the it girl, feminine hygiene edition, okay? This is gonna be juicy, okay? We got a lot to talk about in here. Make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram at HChristinaFoster. Also, if you would like a personal consult with me, check my Wizio link in my description box down below. Lastly, my podcast comes out every Wednesday, guys, so make sure that you are checking that. All the information for all the things that I listed is in my description box below, as well as where I get my hair and my makeup, everything like that. Now, let's get on into this video. Now, if you are going to be super sensitive, please do us both a favor and do not watch this, okay? Now, I am a very kind and understanding person, but the internet is a very fragile place, okay? In one of my videos, I actually mentioned not farting in the bed, and someone got upset at what I said, and they were talking about when people are sleeping, why would they get up to fart? And all I'm thinking is, what? I'm talking about being awake and making a conscious decision to not fart in your bed, like not farting while sleeping. I'm sorry to even talk about this in the beginning of this, but how would you even know if you farted if you were sleeping? Anyways, I am pretty sure I have a hygiene video that I did probably about a year or two ago, but given the response from my It Girl videos, okay, so far, I was actually really blown away by their response. And to be perfectly honest, I really have always gotten requests to do beauty videos and things like that, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I've always been kind of focused on like the dating advice and the personal development. But I feel like, hey, why not add some of this into the channel? Because being a quality queen is a lifestyle and we must cover all areas. So, as I said in this video, angels, we're gonna be talking about how to be the it girl quality queen style. This is the feminine hygiene edition. Please keep in mind, these are my thoughts. I am not a doctor, nor am I God. And if you disagree with something I'm saying, that is completely fine. Just click off, okay? I did get my information from one of my favorite websites, which is called Healthline, which I will actually link in the description box below. Now, watch this video all the way to the end because it's gonna be jam-packed with lots of information. I also wanna say that this channel, sorry we have to do so many disclaimers, but it's a fragile place on the internet. This channel is about uplifting and inspiring and helping one another. So please be respectful in the comment section. We are all raised differently and some of us may not know certain things and that is okay, all right? I am here to help all of you guys, not put anybody down. Let's go over some basics real quick, okay? So, the vag, we're gonna call the vag, hello, monetization, okay, is the internal canal where things like tampons go, or other things, but that's none of my business. The vulva is the external part where the labia, and let's call it the clitoris, and so forth. Hello, monetization. Let's talk about diet, because those are the main anatomy parts that we are addressing. Now, I know a lot of people do talk about like pineapples and like cranberry juice, but babe, we are not talking about ocean spray, okay? And we're also not talking about canned pineapples. That's not what they meant. I think it's obvious that the older that you get, what you do eat does, it does affect your body in all aspects. So a healthy diet does consist of water, fresh fruits and veggies. And if you do consume meat, limit or cut out red meat, which is actually known to cause, odor or enhance bad odors. And I do also think it's important to take probiotics on an empty stomach. I will link the ones that I use in the pinned comment. And things like asparagus, can make you smell weird, or garlic and onions. Stuff like that. Let's get on to the very important part. Cleaning the V, all right? Now, as we do know, or if you don't know, it is self-cleaning. So that means discharge is normal. It means it's cleaning itself out. But I want you guys to pay attention to your discharge. Smell your own underwear. I know, that sounds crazy. Oh, smell my own underwear? Yeah, Look at your own vag. Yup. Know what it looks like and check for any like buildup because you want to see what it is that you actually have to clean. If that grosses you out, then you shouldn't be having sex and making other people subject to dealing with your situation. Just saying. So as long as there's like no foul smell like metal, fish, or like any color changes like in the chart that I'm going to be linking on the screen. Also, I have linked an article discussing that below because I'm not a gynecologist, even though in my head I absolutely do think that I am. Now, the vulva, okay? Remember, the external part is not self-cleaning, okay? It's like skin and it needs to be washed just like other parts of your body. So yes, you can use warm water, but I love a soapy situation, okay? Because it makes sense to me. So I like to use Honey Pot, and I actually used to use Queen V, but I don't even know what happened to that company. Like, it's like once Honey Pot came out, then like Queen V like disappeared. So I don't really have a preference like as it pertains to those two, but I pretty much just use those foams. Now, I don't really believe in other feminine hygiene products like sprays and deodorants and like even the special wipes. But again, that's just me. I mean, they look like wipes that you use that they give you at like a diner to clean your hands. I mean, I don't use anything special like really down there except for soap that is meant for down there. That is all and that is it, okay? Also keep in mind, you do not want to douche. You don't want to use these like steams, okay? Especially in like the vaginal canal, it can mess with the microbiome because it's all open flesh, okay? And it is self-cleaning inside there. So I do believe using steams and things like that, that can also burn you. And personally, I think that a healthy pH should smell like warm tortillas. That's what this guy told me once. And I don't know, I kind of agree. Do you guys agree? Like, let me know. Like, I don't know. That's just me. Like, he said like a warm tortilla or something like that. I know everyone smells different, but like just, you should never be nose blind, okay, to what is going on down there. You have to know what's going on in your situation and don't be lazy, okay? Because let me tell you something. Some guys, they won't care, but they will talk about you after. So you can't be musty or smelly and think that it's fine and it doesn't matter. Yes, it does. And if you do feel like something is wrong, please go to the gyno. Stop self-medicating at CVS. Please go to the gyno, okay? I promise you it's more efficient than thinking that you're solving a problem on your own, okay? And before you guys say, oh my God, you're being so mean. What if people can't afford to go to the doctor or whatever the case is? Okay, like I always have to say, this is what I say, the internet's a fragile place, right? What I mean is, if it's something, especially if it's something serious, and maybe you don't know what's really going on, like, you know, especially if you're experiencing something for the first time, you're probably going to end up having to go to the doctor anyway. So it's like that bill, sometimes bills are going to be inevitable as it pertains to things like that. But if you know, maybe like for a fact about what something is, I personally find that it only makes logical sense to go get professional assistance with something as opposed to trying to self-medicate, because sometimes it prolongs, you know, the effects of what you are experiencing. And also you want to be sure of what it is that's going on. So just going and having professional opinion, whether that is via urgent care, Planned Parenthood, there are a bunch of different options. I think there's always a way to try and figure something out, because inevitably, if something, again, is actually wrong, you're going to end up there anyways. So to me, I just think that it makes logical sense to kind of cut out all the guesswork and go there first, all right? Also, a great tip for you ladies that may get infections like BVs, if you guys don't know what that is, it's like bacterial vaginosis. I heard that boric acid suppositories are amazing. Now, I never tried that on my own, but I think it's kind of like a known fact that it's very good for those that have this issue. Because I don't know, I kind of do believe that for whatever reason, some people are more prone to certain infections, whether that be like the mean yeasties, the BVs, or the UTIs. And these are all fixable. You don't have to worry, but you must go to the gyno, okay? This isn't to judge. It is simply encouraging you to be proactive with your body. Now, let's talk about shaving/grooming. It's very important when avoiding razor bumps to use a fresh blade every time. I use a men's shaver called Gillette, and it's like the one where you could change like the head of it. And I understand that that can be pricey, but still use a fresh shaver every single time. And if you can, put the blade in the cabinet so that it's not susceptible to mold and rust. So if you overshave, like meaning you're shaving every single day, of course it's going to irritate the skin. So you should also like exfoliate the area before shaving so that you remove any dead skin, and it will also make your skin feel like extra smooth. And I'll link all my favorite products again in the pinned comment. But if you are a woman of color, especially, overshaving not only leads to irritation, but also hyperpigmentation. So if you get also a really painful ingrown hair, which it happens, okay, you can put like warm water on it to compress it and bring it to a head. You can also go to the gyno and have them like do a culture test on it to make sure that it's an ingrown if you don't feel sure. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure we've all thought that an ingrown at some point or another was something else. If you rub coconut oil on the area after you shave and a little tea tree, it's actually antibacterial and calms like the area down. I also like to use shea butter as well to keep it smooth and moisturized. And also, this is a huge tip, sleep with like no underwear on, especially if you shave at night, because you just want to avoid anything that's tight, causing friction, or avoiding anything that's gonna cause any irritation or anything like that. We need to let our situations breathe, okay? You do not have to shave. Of course, if you do not want to, I do prefer to have a hairless situation as much as possible. But to groom yourself, you can also just keep the hair short. Next subject is sexy time. Now, when it comes to sexy time, you should always be peeing after so that you can reduce the likelihood of getting a UTI. And again, you never try to wash inside of your vag. It's the same protocol as daily washing, okay? And this may be a little TMI, but do not allow guys to shoot up the club, okay? Shooting up the club is for having babies. I'm sorry if you disagree with this. If you were not trying to do that, I personally do not see the reason. Now, let's be honest here. I can understand you're in love, but it's only for one reason. And in my eyes, that is procreation. So a lot of you are having your pH thrown off for guys that are not only not your boyfriend, they're also not your husband, which makes zero sense. So if someone is not good for your health, I think we need to let them go. Nothing about sexy time is casual, okay? If you are sharing DNA with somebody, you should be mindful of who you're letting into your body, okay? And more importantly, if a man is throwing off your pH, the time is over. There's no discussion. He needs to go, okay? And I'm sorry if this maybe seems judgy, but I don't understand how people can stay with people who are constantly giving them gynecological issues. Like, that is not fun, like, or worth it, okay? That is a blatant sign of incompatibility or poor hygiene on someone's behalf, or even infidelity, or worse, all of the above, okay? You get one body, angels. Don't spend all of your 20s and your teens, okay, on antibiotics for anyone, okay? So if you are having sexy time with someone and every single time your pH is thrown off, or you're getting a yeasty or a UTI constantly, leave, okay? Because for some reason, getting STIs and STDs checked for men really isn't that promoted, which I find particularly interesting because as women, you know, it's a normal thing. We got to get our annuals and things like that. And men are not usually as proactive because they don't experience things in the way that we do, because it's all open flesh and things for them kind of just like float around. So we are more susceptible to certain things, but they are carriers of a lot of things. Now, I just want you guys to take your health very seriously. Having fun is one thing, but all it takes is a moment of fun for a lifetime of something that you may or may not be able to get rid of. So I think it's important to, encourage your partner to get tested. It's not fair that only women have to do it and, maybe the people that, we may be involved with don't. I think that's why we get so scared sometimes when we go to the gyno. It's not supposed to be a scary thing. It's actually supposed to be, routine, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly, okay? At the end of the day, it is your body and it's your choice, so choose wisely, okay? Again, I highly suggest getting, tested before and after a new partner, and of course, encouraging them to get tested too. Next thing we're gonna talk about are periods, okay? Make sure that you guys are changing your tampons or pads, whatever it is that you use, as often as possible. If you leave anything there, it can cause, odors, of course, because it's blood and it's easy for things to just get a little smelly. But again, as long as the odor isn't foul, you are fine, okay? It's just blood, it's normal. And I take bird baths, like if I'm home and I'm on my period. Literally, like you step over the shower and, like a bird bath. And I wash like as often as I need because it does help you to stay extra fresh. Now, let's get into a little bit of tips and stuff for my own routine. So, as it pertains to my own routine, I'm gonna demonstrate with my wallet, okay? Now, usually when I'm in the shower, for some reason, I do clean down there. It's like the first thing that I do clean for some reason, unless I'm like washing my hair. But basically, this is the situation that we have going on here, all right? So, let's use our imaginations, okay? A little change in here, okay? Sorry about that. So when you're cleaning yourself, you want to make sure you're cleaning all around here, right? We know what this is. It's the clitoris. Yeah. We want to make sure we're cleaning around here so there's no like buildup or anything, no white stuff or anything. You want to make sure you're cleaning on the sides, right? This is the part, right, that you do want to use like soap with or whatever. Again, soap that is meant for down there, like I mentioned, the honey pot. You want to make sure that you're cleaning like the sides or whatever, because where the whole section is, where it's going in, right, which is like the canal part, we don't want to put soap directly in there. I know sometimes if you're just like an overachiever and you're thinking, I want to be extra clean, I'm going to just insert soap inside. No, Angel, do not do that because that can throw off your pH, even if the soap says pH balancing, which I also don't really personally believe in that sort of thing. I think if something's wrong, it just is wrong. I don't necessarily think a soap is going to just take away something that's going on, like an odor that's going on internally, right? Which is usually characteristic of maybe your pH being thrown off, which is essentially like BV or something else. So yes, we don't want to clean the inside, okay? So you're going to clean here, okay? You want to clean the sides and everything. You want to make sure that, even between like where your thighs are and stuff, make sure you're scrubbing everything. Like you guys, you're picking up what I'm laying down. You know why? Because you're a smart cookie. I know you are. You guys understand the visual that I'm giving. All right. I personally do use shower gloves, which I guess can be a bit rough, but I'm used to it. I also use baby wipes to clean myself. I use Parents' Choice and I also use water wipes. And if you're going to do number 2, hello, hi, yeah, okay, please make sure that you use wipes, guys, okay? Even as it pertains to cleaning like back there, you may want to use a stronger soap, which I do find. I don't use the same like, honey pot soap like there either. Of course you can, but I just think that you could use something a little bit stronger because it's not really sensitive, really like that. Like nothing's really going to happen to the pH of I don't even know how to word it, but you know what I'm talking about. So you can use a stronger soap, pretty much back there. Again, when you're wiping in general, you always want to make sure that you're wiping front to back and never back to front, just because you don't want any bacteria from back there to get all up in there, okay? And if you are home, I know this may seem a little extra, but you can just use water, okay? Like when you go to the bathroom and like pee, okay, use water to like kind of get that out, because when you're using toilet paper, sometimes you're just like pat drying that like urine like back in there. sort of thing. I guess that's how I perceive it. Funny thing is, I actually got this tip from like Freely the Banana Girl, but I understand and remember that everyone's routine is different, okay? So if you have any tips that you would like to share, please share them down below. Remember, we uplift one another on here, okay? We respect each other's opinions. If you have something that you would like to add, I'd love to hear any like feminine hygiene tips that you may have, or if you feel like I maybe missed something, or if you would like me to elaborate more on something, I'm all over this in the comment section below, okay? So I wanna see you down there too. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, Angel. If you watch this video all the way to the end, I want you to leave a green heart, okay? Because it matches my little sweater situation going on today. With that being said, do not forget that I love you and God loves you, and I will see you beautiful angels in my next video. Mwah.